Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing as Communist China. And in the last one, we have the biggest mess of a war still continuing on in Europe as well as at home. So hopefully we can do some good work here. Do they pull guys off? Not all of them. But this looks like a thinned out line. Thinner than I would have expected. So they're definitely defending somewhere. Or reassigning somewhere. Looks like we got a nice cutoff here. So that'll be a nice bubble to close, eliminate some enemy troops. This guy is a paratrooper, so I feel like we can probably push through him. Especially if everyone else helps out here. Reroute to Danzig. Okay, so Italy probably will fall here. I've gotten them into a situation which I don't know that they can recover from. Which is my bad. I realize that's drastically ahead of time, but sometimes you gotta do that. I think what's happened is they pulled most of their troops down to here to fight off Italy while we're still fighting in the north. How sneaky can we be? How sneaky will you let me get away with here, France? Alaska, naval invasion, Sea of Japan. Less worried about Japan for some reason. We are starting to push across Canada fairly quickly. I don't know what the air superiority is looking like over France, but that could be a potential good move. They've got air superiority here, but I don't know. Yeah, it's because they have 5,000 enemy fighters. Doesn't look like I'll be taking that one away from them. Still clogged up. Okay, let's grab you. You take Danzig. Hold these guys there. Or push the river if you can, I suppose. Got Irish troops coming in. We should be able to bop them back. They probably don't have much organization. And they're a truck, so... motorized infantry. What about something in here? Italy's in pretty bad shape here. I think I've basically doomed them. My bad, guys. My bad, Italy. We'll get it back for you. I think we're probably putting too much resources into defeating that one unit. So I could use more men over here. Let's reassign them to this line and get them going. At least 4 units. It's not too bad. Looks like South Korea potentially has some other guys waiting for us to use. No, that's just the ones we spawned. Whoa. What just happened here? This could be potentially devastating. Russia, where are you? No. When did that happen? That's awful. yourselves cut off. This is the sloppiest war ever. This is like, how do we even tell if this is a bulge of theirs or a bulge of ours? This is bizarre. And not a good sign. Okay, breakthrough priority. That'll be fine. Okay, there's really no reason not to reconnect these lines. This looks like they've mostly pulled back. Take a little bit of Italy back anyway. Excuse me. What about pushing here? Doesn't seem to be a possibility. It would be great if it would work. They don't really have much for victory points within there. And these ships still have never gone, which is fine, I suppose. What is going on? I'm focusing way too much on this. There's too many men in that region. That's not of importance. I mean, to a degree, every front is of importance, but it's, you know, you gotta take out the major players before it's really anything we can do something about. Like Luxembourg, we gotta take them out, they're dangerous. No, not really. Not particularly so. So that's... what on earth is happening? Soviet Union, we need help here. What are you doing? They have hardly any men over here. I'm having trouble even telling what's mine and what's theirs at this point. Looks like they've surrounded this block. See, what? I mean, I don't exactly understand here. If you want to take Iraq and Iran out, that's fine, but like that's far too much of a commitment down here. And even across this line. Looks like they're taking this again. Which is wonderful. It doesn't really matter too much. So hopefully we can be distracting up there enough the U.S. will pull back a lot of its troops, because I think that's really the issue we're having, is that the United States is overly involved. What is this? Yeah, so that's a ton of men that we're gonna both lose. Looks like they're gonna make this one front here. God, that's just ugly. All these men are surrounded anyway. Somehow that's not another cutoff. How are we looking? Our reinforcements are alright, so I think it's time that we start pumping men back up here, because we just need the troops. Don't hardly have any resources, which is great. It's fairly comforting. What are they pushing here with? 2 attrition divisions? This is a disaster. We get a push, they get a stronger counter push. Oh, we're so close to Paris. Would that be it for the French Commune? Let's see where they're at. Not quite enough. But it'll certainly help. We just don't have the manpower up here. If we had 50 extra units, I think we'd be set, but we just can't afford it. This might be a losing fight. I don't want to fight a long, drawn-out death, but I feel like there's still some shenaniganry we can do here to ensure a victory. That finally fell. So we haven't really threatened the United States continentally. So once we get there, I think they'll pull a lot of troops back. And if they don't, that means that they're fairly confident they can deal with what I've got going on, which they probably can. Just gotta get as many men back over here as we can. Because they vastly outnumber us. These guys never went on the expedition. This is an absolute disaster. Encryption, that'll be good. Let's get encryption for another advantage, hopefully there. I guess I will start doing a little bit of the anti-tank stuff. Just to get some built up. Some support equipment. Oh, these factories are actually in fine condition. And we do have the tungsten to do that. We might be alright. I am going to want to switch it to Mark 3s when I get those. Or perhaps we just leave Europe up to the Soviets and stop wasting men over here. That could be a solid idea. Cut off one division there. That's not substantial enough. I guess we have manpower for eternities. Get these guys down in South Korea. Assign them to this line. And we're going to pump a ton of troops onto the American front. These should all fill up with manpower instantly, and they do. And once we get enough equipment across that whole line, we'll send out that whole deal, and then do another line of them, probably in Europe here. I can't. This is a difficult one. I honestly don't know what we do. Each attempt is blocked by a counter push, which is how war is. But this is a tough one. Looks like the Soviets really want to take out Iraq and Iran, which they probably just want oil, which is reasonable. Afghanistan is out. Let's see. Got another New Zealander problem, looks like. Or perhaps the same one I didn't deal with appropriately. So they're all shuffling through. We can't do any more infrastructure up here just yet. But hopefully we can build it up enough that people stop getting so much attrition. Like this is, in the Soviet lands, it's just deadly there. They might actually be able to make a push here. They're gonna get counter push. I just wish they didn't have so many divisions worrying about this down here, and would instead focus more on Europe, because it's a bigger threat to them and to me. But that's probably an unreasonable request. Oh yeah. Get over here. Not that it's going to matter too much to take out Luxembourg, but... Oh, the Netherlands have come back. Jeez. That's not too bad. We'll take those two out. Oh, there goes Luxembourg. Small victories, right? Won't last too terribly long. It'll probably get reclaimed. So only one division sitting here. Maybe we can push back and take the boot of Italy. Okay, that's the most I've seen the Soviets do in a while. Or at least taking Turkey back. So we're about ready to send off this big stack. Probably doesn't make sense for that guy to retreat out. Then we'll send another big stack to Europe. Maybe against the British Raj? I don't know. Ugh. Looks like Mexico's playing a bigger role in this than I would have expected. Got cut off again. There's literally no one on this line. Oh no. Well, can't say I love that. Now it's vital that you take Danzig, so you can survive. They're just gonna steamroll it. Let's take care of that problem. See if we can. Yep. Alright, man. That'll be some big reinforcements there. Just something absurd like this, so we can at least have men on this line. So the Soviets aren't even defending their own borders, which doesn't put me in a great spot. Okay, got our heavy tank 3s, so we can move into modern tank, and I'll start producing those fairly soon as well. So we got 24 units coming up to reinforce this. I think that'll help greatly. We are going to get more attrition up there. This is absolutely absurd. I'm going to lose out on all these men. And probably all of these men. This does not seem to be in a great shape here. Yeah, this is pretty well done for. Probably clean up all those pockets so they at least distribute themselves properly. Actually, I'd love it if all these guys just redeployed here to a safety zone. Pushing well into Canada. Haven't made much resistance yet. Soviet Union is dooming us to death, so that's cool. Hopefully all these guys can kind of scooch out of there. Sweden send me 3 units. I don't think I need 3 units. I need a lot more than that. It'd be great if Greece would join us. But then at this point, why not just push and finish it? Like, everyone's attrition there, like, it would be in our best interest to get out of this theater altogether and focus on their home counties. But I'm going to call this an episode there. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.